Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. In this video, I would like to show you how you can recode a numeric variable into categorical variable. So to do that, I will just use Google Colab. So if you want to run Google Colab in your browser, maybe in your phone or in your PC, you can just type colab.to/r, and then if you have Gmail, you should be able to use Colab. So for this purpose, it's because our goal is to recode a numeric variable into categorical variable. To do that, I will just use mtcars data, and this is how mtcars data looks like. So you have this is cars data. So you have the brand of the cars on these are the row names. That is a brand of cars, and then on top we have different variables like miles per gallon, cylinder, HP, and so on and so forth. But I would like to just focus on one variable for this purpose, and then I will use the for loop. And for loop combined with if else if to recode this variable into 3 different categories. But to do that, it may be a good idea to look at how this variable looks like. Let's see a histogram of mtcars data. So I will just use hist function to do that. So you see this is not really a normally distributed data. So it's the maximum seems somewhere around 350, but we also have values less than about 50. So maybe it may be a good idea to see the summary of some descriptive summary of how this data looks like the mean, the median, and the max and the mean. So you can see here the minimum is 52 and the maximum is 335. So that means it may be a good idea to classify this into 3 different values. But to be honest, that doesn't matter. It's just I'm using. It doesn't mean that you need to classify it into 3. You can do it into 4 or 2, like high or low or something. But I will just use three different labels, and then recode this variable into a new variable. So I will just open a new code cell in this. So what I need to do here is I'm not going to use any package. I'm just using the for loop. So you can use for I in from 1 to n rows, n rows. That means I'm going to iterate for each row mtcars, and then to do that I can open my curly braces. Then if my if statement comes here, then mtcars HP, because I want to see for each observation I need to type I. So if that number is less than 150, if the value of HP cars, mtcars HP variable, if it is less than 150, that means I will need to label it into low. But I will need to create a new variable called HP cat, because I'm not going to replace the original variable HP, but I want to create a new. So to do that, I can just open these curly braces again, and then mtcars HP. That's my new variable, and it should go for every row. That means that's why I'm using I here. Then I need to use the assignment operator. Then I can simply type the value label. So I will label it as low if it is less than 150. So the next statement should be should come with else if, and then I will just hit enter key here and then write else if. That means I will need to ask another question. That means if mtcars HP is greater than or equal to 150, because I want to categorize ones between 150 to 200 as medium. but the ones less than 150 as low, and the ones more than 200 as high. That's what I want to achieve. So the ones between 150 and 200, it should be coded like mtcars HP, but for each observation in a row. So mtcars HP, if it is greater than or equal to 150, because I also need 200, what I need is the AND operator, the Boolean AND, the Boolean operator AND, so you can use that, and then mtcars HP, because I want to use it for each observation. That means I need to use HPI, and then less than or equal to 200, because I am using, I'm checking whether HP variable is less than or equal to 200. Then if that is so, then I will need open new curly brace and assign this variable. I can just use the variable that I just created above, but I will need to change the low variable into medium. So I will need to use medium, and now I already closed the curly brace, and now the next condition, because I have already two conditions, but I need to write the second condition, and that is if the value is greater than 200. If it is greater than 200, that means I will need to assign this variable into high. Then for that I will need to use else if. Notice that you can write multiple else if statements. Then I will need to do the same as I did above. So, and then if mtcars HP for each observation, and if mtcars HP for every observation, if any value of the mtcars HP is greater than or equal to, but I already have or equal to, so I need to just mention 200 without or equal to sign. And then if that is so, that means I will need to label it as a different variable, and then I can just use the variables that I just created. Then I will need to mention the median, replace the median into high. So that means I'm asking a question for each observation, asking whether the value of mtcars is greater than or equal to 200 or less than 150, or it's between 150 and 200. Now we should be able to we should be good to go. And then let me check if everything is right. It should be possible now. It should be able to record it, and let me run it. Now it's run. It's already run it. So it's already recorded. To check that whether my variables are recorded, I will just use a table function, table mtcars, and then HP cat, because I already have my HP cat variable, new variable, and then you see it's already recorded. So it says high, low, medium, and so on. So if you just also see print your original data, which didn't have mtcars HP cat variable, so you should find that variable at the very end of your data frame. So you see it's already at the end. So that means we successfully recorded a numeric variable and created a new variable called HP cat, and then we assign the values. I mean, you can also have a look. So if we were saying if the value is less than 150, it should be coded as low, and if it is greater than between 150 and 200, then it should be coded as medium. So that means we successfully created our new variable and recorded just using for loop and else if else statement. That's it. I hope you will find this helpful. I will do another video in the coming sessions in the coming weeks. So probably it might be a good idea to like and subscribe this channel. But until then, I wish you a good day or wherever you are. Thank you. And don't forget to wear your mask, please, if you are going out.